My name is Merle Bertrand. Coming to you live tonight as the VANDEGRIFT Vipers look to bounce back from a disappointing series against league-leading Westwood last week and scratch their way back into playoff contention tonight here on the Vype Live Network. Coach Gerald Hickle's Vipers in a night series opener in the midst of a somewhat misleading three-game losing streak at 14-11 overall and 6-5 in district play, tied with Vista Ridge for the fourth and final playoff spot in District 25 6A. More on that in just a moment. Hutto, meanwhile, notched just their second district win of the season last Thursday night with a shocking 10-1 wipeout of Vista Ridge. That not only improved the Hippos to 6-18 overall and 2-9 in the district, but it also scrambled the playoff race a little bit and did the Vipers two huge favors. First, it kept VANDEGRIFT and Vista tied for the number 4 seed, although the Rangers, remember, do have the series tiebreaker in their pockets. Secondly, it sent a huge warning to these Vipers not to expect to just come in here and have these guys roll over. Remember, VANDEGRIFT had to come back from a 7-run deficit last year in this very ballpark to eke out a win. The Vipers cannot afford to take the scrappy Hippos ball club for granted, especially in their own ballpark. That sets the table here. We'll take a break and make sure that we're all settled in, and when we come back, we'll hear from Vipers head coach Gerald Hickle talking about last week's Westwood series and what we can expect from tonight's game against the Hutto Hippos. You're watching VANDEGRIFT Vipers Baseball on Vype Live. Yeah, we're pleased to be joined once again in the pregame show by the head coach of the VANDEGRIFT Vipers, Coach Gerald Hickle. Coach, what's up with this weather? It feels like Easter up in Illinois, not down in Texas.
Yeah, I wish it was hot today.
Yeah, I got a little cool breeze, but anytime again a baseball game and it's good baseball weather. Such a frustrating series last week against Westwood. The big comeback in game number 1, come up a little short, giving up 2 leads in game number 2, coming up a little bit short. It's kind of a good news, bad news thing. You know you can play with the, arguably the best team in the league, but you came up just a little short. Your thoughts on the series?
Those guys, there's a reason why they're number 1. They just find ways to win. They either make the pitch, they get the big hit, they make the play, and we do the same thing. We're just not doing it at the right times. If we were able to do it in the last couple innings, maybe get the big hit, get some guys on, we go win both of those ball games. And so for our guys to continue to battle back, make pitches, make plays defensively, get some quality ABs, that's really huge. Now, the trick is to find a way to put it all together so that we can go win those big games. Right now, backs are a little bit against the wall. We got to go win 2 this week, but I think the guys, I know our guys, they had some good practices. They're still confident. They still have some quality innings in them. And if they're able to put enough of them together, we're going to go win 2 and have a chance to make the playoffs.
Now you kind of led into my next question because, in the major leagues, you get to come back the next day after something like that. Even college, a lot of times you get 2, 3, 4 games in a row. High school, you don't get that, especially with the long holiday weekend. Did the break come at a good time, or was it kind of frustrating to have to sit around for that extra day?
I think anytime you get a chance to give some high school kids a break and let them take care of their classroom, let them take care of their bodies, get some rest, and make sure they reset mentally is good, regardless of how you're doing the week before, even whether you're winning or losing, it doesn't matter. That break's really big for some teenage kids and any team in general.
And we kind of talked a little bit, some changes in the lineup tonight, all up and down the lineup. What are your thoughts on the lineup?
We constantly talk about having guys ready to go if somebody's not able to play at their full potential, and we do have a team that's like that. So with those guys ready to play and putting in good bullpens, good innings, and also being quality teammates in the dugout and having great practices, we have some few changes in the lineup, and hopefully it'll spark us into 3 more wins in district.
Yeah, we were talking a little bit ago. This game last year, just a little bit hairy. They jumped out to a big lead. The Vipers had to come back late to win. Did Hutto do you guys a favor by knocking off Vista Ridge the way they did last week? Because it kind of reminds these guys, hey, we can't just walk in there and expect to beat these guys just because they're down in the standings.
No, absolutely. And our district, anybody can beat anybody. Right. And these guys have plenty of talent to beat anybody, obviously with the 10-1 win over Vista. And, our guys see that, and they know that when they come into this place, we got to be ready to play because anything can happen.
Well, Coach, it'll be a lot of fun tonight with the goofy weather notwithstanding. Good luck tonight, and we'll see you Friday night back at Anthem Field.
Thanks so much.
Hey, Coach Gerald Hickle, kind enough to join us here in the pregame show. We'll take a break and be right back. You're watching VANDEGRIFT Vipers Baseball on the Vype Live Network.
Become a Vype insider today. Access breaking news in high school sports. Enjoy premium articles and exclusive coverage written by expert analysts. Become a Vype insider today. Access breaking news in high school sports. Enjoy premium articles and exclusive coverage written by expert analysts, and watch exclusive videos, documentaries on programs in your area. It's only $2.99 a month if you subscribe for the monthly plan. If you go for the yearly plan, it rounds out to just $1.99 a month. It costs you only $24 a year to get all of your Vype news throughout the entire year. Subscribe.
Commercial so much you wanted to hear it 2 or 3 times in a row there. Sorry about that. As we can welcome you back to Hutto High School, Merle Bertrand here, Linda Salvo, our QA, keeping an eye and an ear on the broadcast for us tonight. As tonight marking our 608th Vipers cast overall on KMAX Sports and Vype, dating back to 2009, our 171st Vipers baseball broadcast. Thanks to VANDEGRIFT Booster Club President Jennifer Farrell, Vice President Stephen Mueller, everybody with the Booster Club board, and all of our sponsors for making these broadcasts possible. And you're going to see them there on your screen here in just a second. There we go. Our Grand Slam sponsor, Shannon Kramer with Kramer Property Group. Our home run sponsor, Silverton Custom Homes with Mr. Jason Grimm, along with Jones and Spross. Our double play sponsors, Sport Clips Haircuts, Craig Smize with 1835 Realty, Ranch Road Vision Source, and the Cuevas Company. And our single play sponsors, Pediatric Dentistry of Steiner Ranch, Trent Reynolds Player Development, Steiner Dental, Pinnacle Sports Performance and Rehabilitation, Candalia Haley, Tomlin Family Orthodontics, Steiner Wellness and Nutrition, and South Star Bank, along with our Vype Network sponsor, that would be Academy Sports and Outdoors. Just looking around to see what they're going to do on the field. I guess we got a few more minutes of time here. It is chilly. It's about 68 degrees, blustery skies, raindrops every now and then, 15 to 20% chance of rain, so hopefully that'll behave itself here tonight, and we can get this ball game in without any trouble. And let's get the bad news out of the way right up front as we take a look at the updated district standings. You see them there on the screen. Thursday night's gut-wrenching loss officially eliminated VANDEGRIFT from any chance at the district title. Even if the Vipers were to win out from here, they'd finish with 9 wins on the season. And with Westwood and Cedar Ridge playing each other this week, one of them is guaranteed to get to at least 10. So the Vipers can no longer win the district championship. That's the bad news. The good news is they are still very much alive in the playoff race and can still finish as high as the number 2 seed in the district. The Vipers are tied with Vista Ridge for the number 4 spot, although technically, again, the Rangers own the tiebreaker thanks to their sweep last month over VANDEGRIFT. However, a Viper sweep of Hutto this week, combined with a Round Rock sweep of the Rangers, would at least clinch a playoff spot for the Vipers, with Round Rock still in the back pocket. So let's get this one tonight. Worry about Round Rock next week, along with Cedar Ridge and Vista Ridge on Friday night. So that's kind of the updated status there. As you see the coaches gathered around home plate, we'll take another extended break and be right back. You're watching VANDEGRIFT Vipers Baseball on the Vype Live Network.
What is Vype Live? Vype Live is one of the largest and most respected broadcast and live stream networks in the state of Texas. Vype Live broadcasts any sport you can think of for youngsters of any age, from Pee Wee and Pop Warner to high school, club, college, semi-pro, and beyond. We also broadcast plenty of academic, fine arts, and community-related events as well, and now as partners with Flow Sports. Email us at info@vypemedia.com to find out more. Vype Live. We bring your teams to you.
High school sports don't just happen. There's a ton of work that goes into every single athletic event.
And we have our school's athletic director to thank for a lot of it. Thank you.
For scheduling officials, so I can always play the game I love.
For ordering quality athletic equipment, so I can stay safe on the field.
For mentoring my coaches, so they can be the best role models for me.
For coordinating transportation, so I can get focused for the big game.
For helping us develop character, and learn lessons that will benefit us for the rest of our lives.
Thank you to our AD for all
Ladies and gentlemen, let's start with the VANDEGRIFT Vipers. Head coach Jared Hickle, assistant Ed Wilkin. And tonight playing for the Vipers will be number 13, Clayton Moore. Number 23, M.D. Connor. Number 5, Braden Buchanan. Number 2, Connor Freeman. Number 10, Gavin Shattuck. Number 3, Simon Baker. Number 4, Landon Thomason. Number 7, Jack Nelson. And number 15, Hudson Lilly. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for your very own Hutto Hippos! In center field, number 2, Chris Geisig. At third base, number 9, Aiden Torres. At shortstop, number 7, Garrett Babe. Behind the plate, number 6, Xander Hall. Playing first base tonight, number 11, Connor Morris. Our designated hitters, number 10, Aiden Alvarez. At second base, number 3, Levi Fletcher. In right field, number 8, Alex Velasco. In left field, number 4, Hunter Thompson. And your starting pitcher, number 13, Jalen McGee. The Hutto coaching staff is assistant coach Christopher Pastella and head coach Pete Schmidt. And now, ladies and gentlemen, if you would please rise for our national anthem. Let's try that again. Sorry about that.
All right, and we are ready to play baseball tonight from Hutto, Texas. Merle Bertrand here at the ballpark. We'll give the lineups to you again here. Do a little housekeeping work here. Here we go. Vipers on the road tonight, and the lineup totally different. If you're a Monty Python fan and now for something completely different, This is it tonight. Clayton Moore in the leadoff spot, playing second base. M.D. Connor getting the start tonight. And he'll be batting second. Pitcher and designated hitter. Braden Buchanan behind the plate batting third. Connor Freeman in the cleanup spot, playing out in right field. Gavin Shattuck's getting the start on the left field, batting fifth. Simon Baker at shortstop in the number 6 hole. It'll be Landon Thomason over at first base, batting seventh. Jack Nelson getting the start in center field tonight, batting eighth. And Hudson Lilly over at third base, batting ninth. So Moore, Connor, Buchanan, Freeman, Shattuck, Baker, Thomas, and Nelson in Lilly, the batting order tonight for the VandeGrift Vipers. Coach Hickle shaking things up a little bit, trying to snap out of this 3-game mini-funk that the Vipers find themselves in. Hutto outfield, Hunter Thompson, Chris Gadsick, and Alex Velasco, the outfield left to right. Aiden Pollard Thomas, Garrett Baum, and Levi Fletcher, along with Connor Morris, the infield third. First, Xander Hall behind the plate, and Jalen McGee, big, tall right-hander, on the hill for the Hutto Hippos. Mathematically, not a must-win series for the Vipers, but psychologically and realistically, the Vipers need to take care of business. If you're going to be a playoff team, you got to beat the 7th-place team in the district, and you got to beat them handily. So let's see how they do here tonight. Big night for us tonight. 17 broadcasts on the network, a couple up in Dallas, 3 or 4 out in Houston, and the rest here in the greater Austin area.
First up to bat, number 13, Clayton Moore.
And here is Clayton Moore stepping in to lead it off. A .224 hitter. That average has been rising consistently throughout the season. No home runs, 11 RBI. Second on the team in walks with 13. That's probably, as much as anything, why he's leading things off here tonight. He gets on base. So here we go. The first pitch of the night from Hutto. We are underway, and it's an off-speed pitch in the called strike one to Moore. A 1 pitch. At the knees for a strike. 0-2 to Moore. Some of the early scores: Stony Point over McNeil, 2-1, bottom of the second. Dripping Springs and San Antonio Veterans Memorial all tied up at 1 apiece, top of the third. 0-2 pitch to Moore. Chopper third base side, and nice fielding play there by Coach Hickle. The count remains 0-2. Field turf on the infield everywhere, including the pitcher's mound and around home plate, kind of like Georgetown. Field turf on the infield, grass in the outfield. Very nice facility. No balls and 2 strikes to Moore. Chopper left side, and gobbled up by the shortstop. Double clutch and fires over to first to get to Speedy Moore. And it's a nice play from Garrett Baum to Connor Morris. A 6-3 put out, 1 away. That'll bring up M.D. Connor.
Number 23, M.D. Connor.
Connor, a .303 hitter, no home runs, 12 RBI, 4 doubles on the season. First pitch to Connor. At the knee, strike 1. Umpire likes that knee high strike. Batters will have to adjust to that. 3-0-1 to the right field foul pole. They don't have the sign to left. I'm guessing it's pretty similar. No balls and a strike to Connor. Up high, 1 ball, 1-1. 345 to the left field power alley, 345 to the right field power alley, 360 to dead away center field. The wind is blowing, looks like dead in from center field, right in our face here. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that ball squibbed, but fouled on the third base side, and the count 1-2. Top of the third, Pflugerville over Manor, 2-0. One, 2 count. Call strike 3 at the knees, 2 away. So 2 up, 2 down. That'll bring up Braden Buchanan. 382 hitter, 1 home run, and 10 RBI. 8 doubles, leading the team in that category with a triple on the season as well. Curveball spins outside, ball 1. Bastrop over Elgin, 9-0, top of the second. Up high, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. Hitter's pitch coming here to Buchanan. And in the dirt, ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. Taken all the way, and that pitch is in there for a strike, 3-1. 3-1 pitch. Chopper to the shortstop. He's got it. And Bomb to throw down to first in time, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Vipers done in order here in the top of the first inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. And we played through 1/2 inning of play. Vipers nothing. Hutto coming up, and the Hippos will send up a lineup that looks like this. It'll be Chris Gatzik, the center fielder, to lead it off. Aiden Torres over at third base batting second. Garrett Baum, I'm going to double-check that pronunciation. The shortstop, he is batting third. Xander Hall behind the plate in the cleanup spot. Connor Morris over at first base batting fifth. Aiden Alvarez at DH tonight for the pitcher McGee batting sixth. Levi Fletcher at second base batting seventh. Alex Velasco in right field batting eighth. And Hunter Thompson out in left field batting ninth. So Gatzik, Torres, and Baum. Hall, Morris, Alvarez, Fletcher, Velasco, and Thompson, the batting order for head coach Peter Schmidt's Hutto Hippos. Coach Schmidt in his first year at the helm here of Hutto. The Viper defense, Gavin Shattuck, Jack Nelson, Connor Freeman, the outfield left to right. Hudson Lilly, Simon Baker, Clayton Moore, Landon Thompson, the infield third to first. Braden Buchanan behind the plate, and M.D. Connor making the start tonight. His 11th appearance of the season, a record of 0-1. 22 1/3 innings pitched, giving up 17 hits, 11 runs, 9 of those earned. Struck out 30, walked 6. That's why he's in the ball game. An ERA of 2.82 with a save on the season. All stats incredibly unofficial. All right, so here we go to the bottom of the first inning. Top of the fourth inning, no score between Round Rock and Vista Ridge. Socorro still in the ball game for the Dragons. That's a big game for the Vipers. Friendswood defeated Manville 5-0 out in Houston.
Number 2, Chris Geisig.
And here's Chris Geisig stepping in to lead it off from the left side. Try to get you a Bowie score against Hayes. They played earlier tonight at 5 o'clock down at Berger. Cedar Park in action, Liberty Hill in action tonight. And the pitch down low, ball one from Connor. Bowie running one ruling of the Hawks, 11-1. Not a big surprise there. Swing and a miss, strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. Misses outside, ball 2. Two, 1 pitch. Up high, ball 3. 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike. Right down the pipe and foul back to the screen. Strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Geitzik. Just underway, bottom of the first inning after a 4-day break for Easter. 3-2 pitch. Over his head, ball 4, and it's a leadoff walk. That one slipped out of his hands. And Geitzik is aboard, and that'll bring up Aiden Polar Thomas, the third baseman.
Number 3, Aiden Pollard Torres up to bat.
So Pollard Torres will step in.
9, I should say.
Lilly in a bit on the fringe at third. Showing bunt, and bunts it foul up in the air and out of play for strike 1. It is windy. It's going to get chilly, probably in the low 60s by the time we're done. Hopefully the rain will stay away. The wind blowing in from dead away center field straight into our face. No balls and a strike. Gets the bunt down, and that's going to go foul. And the count 0-2 now to Paulo Torres. So now Connor ahead in the count, 0-2. Let's see what Coach Schmidt does here, if he gives his batter the green light to try to put down the bunt with 2 strikes. Oh-2 pitch. Hit in the air to the right side, pretty well tagged, but coming in and unable to make the catch. Great effort by Connor Freeman, but the ball squirts out at the last second. That wind knocking it down, or that's an easy play, and the Hippos have runners at first and second with nobody out.
Number 7, Garrett Payne.
So here's Garrett Bain, the shortstop. Comes in with runners at first and second, nobody out. He shows bunt and bunts it up in the air and caught by Connor. Looks back to second. It'll be a double play. Heads up play by M.D. Connor. He had the concentration to make sure he made the catch, but he knew right away out of the corner of his eye that Geidsick had drifted too far off of first base, and it's a double play. So Bain bunts out for number one. And it is a 1-6 double play, I believe. 2 outs now, bases empty for Xander Hall with a runner at first. At the chopper left side, scooped up by Lilly. And a good throw to first, and just like that, the Vipers are out of the inning. Looked like trouble at first, with Hutto able to get runners at first and second with nobody out. But the Viper defense, as they've done so many times this season, coming up big. And they got 3 outs before I could even update the scoreboard. So no runs, 1 hit. No errors, homer to left on base. We play through 1. We'll go to the second. No score. And for Vandegrift, it'll be 4, 5, and 6 hitters to up here. Freeman, Shattuck, and Baker. And a 0-0 ball game. We'll bring up the standings here for you again in case you're just tuning in, so you can see how important this baseball game is. Vipers tied with Vista Ridge. That is not correct. That is old. Let me change that. I got a minute or two. This will be riveting radio, I'm sure, but let me change that. I never swapped it out in the pregame. Hold on just a second. That looks more like it. There you go. So even if you've been with us now since the beginning of the night, you didn't have the current information. Westwood at 9-2, Cedar Ridge and Round Rock at 8-3, and the Vipers tied with Vista Ridge at 6-5, 2 games back. With 3 games left to go, as Connor Freeman will step in to lead it off. A .327 hitter, no home runs, 10 RBI, but a couple of doubles on the season. And the pitch up high and away, ball 1. We'll bring that up again between innings so you can take a look at it, since that was kind of rushed there. Freeman, Shattuck, and Baker do up here in the top of the second. That pitch is in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. Fouled out of play to the left, and the count goes to 1-2 to Freeman. Top of the 4th inning, Pflugerville 2, Manor nothing. 1-2 pitch. Squib to the left side. That is a fair ball. Nice play by the third baseman. The long throw to first, and he got him. Nice play by Aiden Pollard Torres, going deep in the hole, and just does nip Freeman at first base for out number 1.
Number 10, Gavin Shattuck up to bat.
So 1 out, bases empty for Gavin Shattuck. He has been red hot. .420 hitter on the team, leading the team. No home runs, 4 RBI. And pokes this one out, play to the right side, strike 1. Began the season being used primarily as a courtesy runner, pinch runner, but he has just batted his way into the lineup here. No balls and a strike. There's that low strike again. And the count 0-2 to Shattuck. 0-2 pitch. Poked in the air right side. The wind's going to play tricks with it. Outfield coming in and making the catch is the right fielder, Alex Velasco. Nothing in the air tonight's going to be routine. 2 outs here in the Viper second. And with 2 outs and the base is empty, that'll bring it up to the shortstop, Simon Baker. Top of the third, Brentwood Christian 2, Regents nothing, and taps action. 2 outs, base is empty for Baker, a .333 hitter. And that one squibbed to the left side and under the glove of the third baseman. That'll probably be ruled in air. So Baker is aboard. And that'll bring up Landon Thomason. So here's Thomason stepping in, 1 home run, 14 RBI on the season. And the pitch down in the dirt. Nice job there by Xander Hall to block that one. Ball 1 to Thomason. That was indeed ruled an error. No big surprise. And that one even a little bit too low for the umpire, and the count 2-0 to Thomason. Two balls, no strikes, runner at first. With 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Inside, ball 3. Three and 0. Takes it all the way for a strike, 3-1. Well, if nothing else, air will add a few more pitches to the pitch tally for Jalen McGee. Three-one pitch. Low and away, ball 4, and the Vipers have runners at first and second, all with 2 outs. First walk of the ballgame surrendered by McGee, and that'll bring up Jack Nelson getting the start tonight out in center field, batting .300 on the season.
Number 7, Jack Nelson.
No homers and 3 RBI with a double on the season. Ground out and a nice play by the third baseman. Fly out to right and then an error and a walk. And show bunt. Pitch misses inside, ball 1. I wondered if you would try that. Give a shout out to my mom, tuned in from the great state of Illinois, the #1 Viper fan in Illinois. Nasty weather up there over the Easter break. 1 ball, no strikes to Nelson. Takes that pitch across the inside corner for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Baker at second, Thomason at first with 2 away. 1-1 pitch. Snapped though down to first, almost threw it away. Nice job there by the first baseman Morris to keep that one from going into the right field corner. Now the ball gets loose on the infield, but nobody going anywhere. The count is 2-1 to Nelson. Two balls and a strike to Nelson. Misses up high and away, 3-1. That was close. Wouldn't take it with 2 strikes. Nelson knew he only had 1. He could afford to take it, and he gets the call. 3 balls, 1 strike to Nelson. Hudson Lilly on deck. Shows bunt, pulls it back, but the pitch is in there to Nice for a strike, and now the count is full to Nelson. Big pitch coming up here early in this ballgame. Count is full to Nelson. There go the runners. Misses outside, ball 4. It's another walk, and VANDEGRIFT has the bases loaded. All this coming with 2 outs.
Number 15, Hudson Lilly up to bat.
Baker up to third, Thomason at second and Nelson at first, and Hudson Lilly will step in. A 262 hitter, no home run, 6 RBI with a couple of doubles, and he is fast. Don't be surprised if he doesn't put one down here and try to beat it out. Nope, swinging away and hits it hard to right field. Pretty well tagged. It's going back, and it is going to be in there for a fair ball. 1 run is going to score. Lilly rounding first, heading for second. 2 runs are in. Here comes run number 3. Lilly heading for third to throw, and he is going to be thrown out. Trying to advance a double to a triple, but the damage is done. A bases clearing triple or double by Hudson Lilly to score Baker, Thomason, and Nelson to make it 3-0 Vipers, and then the Hippos get the throw out at third base as he tried to stretch it out, maybe a little bit too aggressive for the third out of the inning. But in the inning for the Vipers, all of this with 2 outs. They get 3 runs on just the 1 hit, 1 key error which opened the floodgates, and nobody left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the second inning. New score, 3-0 Vipers. All right, that's what you like to see, a little 2-out rally there to put the pressure on these Hippos and give yourself a little breathing room. That turned that into a 20-pitch inning for McGee. That error was very, very costly. Those 3 runs will all be unearned, but we'll take them. All right, we go to the bottom of the second inning, and it'll be Connor Morris stepping in to lead it off. 5, 6, and 7 hitters for the Hippos. In case you're wondering why this is all the infield you're seeing, this is as wide as the camera will get from this vantage point. Swung on, foul back to the screen, strike 1, so we'll try to wag it down to the third base side as best we can. Morris, Alvarez, Fletcher due up here. The Vipers now working with a 3-run lead, and chopper right up to the box. MD Connor has it, and the underhand toss to first, the 1-3 put out for 1 away. One out, base is empty for the DH, Aiden Alvarez.
Number 10, Aiden Alvarez.
That ball slapped up the middle and knocked down by Moore. Can't quite find it. Great effort by Connor Moore to Connor Moore. I keep calling him Connor Moore, and I don't know why. Clayton Moore diving to his right, smothered it, but the ball just trickled out of his glove, and that should be ruled an infield single. And that'll bring up Levi Fletcher with 1 out, 1 aboard. Curveball stays a little high, says the umpire. Ball 1 to Fletcher. That one stays up high, and the count 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Just miss inside, not missing by much. Strike zone is tightened up here all of a sudden. The count now 3-0. Down low, ball 4, and Hutto has 2 runners aboard with 1 away for Alex Velasco, the right fielder.
Runners at first and second. Alex Velasco up to bat.
So the walks continue to haunt the Viper pitching staff here. He wasn't missing by much. Emails open. voiceofthevipers@gmail.com. Voiceofthevipers, all one word plural, at gmail.com. Alvarez at second, Fletcher at first, 1 away. 8 and 9 hitters due up here, so just go to work on the bottom of the order, get out of the inning. Liberty Hill leading Marble Falls 4-1 after 3 innings. Eastview in action tonight against Rouse. Cedar Park in action tonight as well. And that pitch in there for a strike. Strike one to Velasco. No balls and a strike. Fouled up to the right side, and Indy kind of quickly ahead of the count 0-2 to Alex Velasco. Oh, 2 pitch. High fly ball in the right center field. And coming in is Connor Freeman. Did a good job there. More going back like he's supposed to do, but he gives way to Connor Freeman. The outfielder coming in has the play. So good communication there by the Viper defense. 2 away.
Thompson up to bat.
2 outs. Runner still stuck at first and second for Hunter Thompson, the left fielder. Ooh, that brushed it back. Pitch high inside, ball 1. Alvarez at second, Fletcher at first, 2 away now. And the 1-0 pitch coming here to Thompson. At the knees for a strike. That's been there all night long. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. Ground ball left side. Coming on is Baker. He's got it to throw to first, and that ball's thrown away. It's going to go up against the fence, and the runner's going to score. So Baker doing a good job charging the ball, but maybe rushed the throw a little bit, and it's 3-1 runners at the corners. The Viper defense has been pretty stout this year.
The lineup, number 2, Chris Geisick.
But that's going to be a Viper error. Fletcher moves over to third. Thompson aboard. And back to the top of the order go with 2 outs. And Chris Geisick steps in. Swung on, foul back to the screen. Strike 1. So Fletcher at third, Thompson at first. And a 3-1 game now. Geisick walked, double off of second base in the first inning, and that ball up high, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So 1 strike away from getting out of the inning without any further damage done. One-two pitch. Squib to the left side. That is a fair ball knocked down by Lilly to keep it from going to the outfield, but a run will score.
Another run batted in.
So the RBI infield single drives in Fletcher to make it 3-2. Runners at first and second with 2 away. And Aiden Pollard-Torres will step in, and now a 3-2 ball game. So the infield single, the walk in the air, and Hutto back within 1. That's a line shot out in the right field for a base hit. Freeman charges it, and they're going to hold the runner at third. Bases loaded. Great job by Connor Freeman. Got to that baseball and fired a strike home. But the Hippos battling back.
Number 7, Get Payne.
Now the heart of the order due up here. Thompson at third, Geisick at second, Pollard-Torres at first with 2 away, and Garrett Bain will step in. Bame bunted right back to counter. Turned into a double play in the first inning. Takes the first pitch down low, ball 1. This is eerily reminiscent of what happened Thursday night at Westwood. 3-run leads evaporating. Ground ball up the middle, and Moore can't get a clean glove on it. 1 run is going to score, 2 runs are going to score, and it's 4-3 Hutto. They're just getting him by the defense. Moore got a glove on it. Runners at first and second, 4-3 Hutto, and Xander Hall will step in, the 9th batter to bat in the inning. Fouls it out of play to the right, strike 1. Popped up right side out of play, and we're again 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. Three infield singles in air and a walk. Turns into a 4-run inning. 1-2 to Hall. One-two pitch. Swung on, fouled straight back, and Hall hangs alive. 0 for 1 of the game, grounded out to third in the first inning. Pivot, and scampering back to second is Paulo Torres. Bames at first. One-two pitch. Fouled out of play to the right side, and we'll do it again. The 1-2 pitch. Here goes the runner off second. The throw down from Buchanan. They're going to get him. Not even close. Braden Buchanan takes care of Aiden Paulo Torres to get the Vipers out of the inning. So 2-5 caught stealing. Retires the side. That's the good news. The bad news is it is 4 runs on about 5 hits, 1 error, and 1 runner left on base. We have played through 2. We will go to the third. New score 4-3 in favor of Hutto. We'll take a break and be right back. You're watching Vandegrifts Vipers Baseball on Vype Live. All right, top of the order due up here for Vandegrifts, trying to reclaim the lead. It'll be Moore, Connor, and Buchanan due up. Vandegrifts with 3 in the top of the second. Hutto with 4 in the bottom of the second. Sound familiar? Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Number 13, Clayton Moore.
All right, so here we go. Clayton Moore stepping in to lead it off. 0 for 1 of the game, grounded out to short to get things started tonight. And swings on the first pitch, a listed foul out of play to the right side, strike 1. Joe's bunt, pulls it back, and the pitch down low, ball one. Jalen McGee up to unofficially 33 pitches coming into this inning. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike two. One ball, two strikes. Down low, ball two. Connor on deck, Buchanan in the hole for the Vipers. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Lone Ranger. Chopper left side. That is no indication from the home plate umpire, but called a foul, and the count remains 2-2. Maynard Newtek over LBJ 17-2. That's softball in 4 innings. That's a final. Pflugerville now leading Maynard 7-0 in baseball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Down low, and the count is full of more. Stony Point McNeil tied 3-all, top of the 4th inning. A couple of teams playing for pride. Low ball forward, Clayton Moore has retied Jackson Lures in walks on the team with 14. That is the 3rd walk of the night given up by McGee, and that'll bring up MD Connor with nobody out, runner at first base. Chopper right side, knocked down by the first baseman to throw to short for 1, and a little late getting over to first base. So it'll go as a 1-6 fielder's choice to eliminate Moore for the first out of the inning. Connor replaces him at first base, 1 out, and that'll bring up Braden Buchanan. So Connor replaces Moore at first, 1 out, and Buchanan will step in. He grounded out to short. Steps in 0 for 1 in the ball game. That ball slapped to center field, coming on and making a sliding catch as a center field. A nice play by Chris Geitzig. Got a late break on the ball, and the wind was knocking it down, but he recovered in time to haul it in for out number 2. It's the 2 outs now for Connor Freeman. Freeman 0 for 1, grounded out to third, and a nice play by Pollard Torres in the 2nd inning. Takes the first pitch in there for a strike. That ball squibbed just foul down the third base side, and the count quickly 0-2 to Freeman. No balls, 2 strikes. Connor at first base, 2 away. Foul back to the screen. The count remains 0-2. Oh, 0-2 to Freeman. Fouled out of play to the left, and a good battle here, driving up that pitch count. No balls, 2 strikes. That ball slapped down the left field line. That is going to be a foul ball by about 2 feet down the third base side. Didn't miss that one by much. But Connor will go back to first base, and it's a loud foul. The count remains 0-2. Everybody reset. The count remains 0-2 to Freeman. Brushes him off the plate, and the count 1-2. One-two pitch. That ball slapped down the center field. They're pretty good to hang up, and Geitzik had it played perfectly. Makes a second consecutive put out, and the Vipers are done here in the third inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Runner to left on base will go to the bottom of the third inning, still down by 1, 4-3. Got him to throw 16 pitches. Brings him up to 49 in the night. And for the Hippos here in the bottom half of the third inning, Xander Hall will get a fresh at bat. He was at the plate when Aiden Pollard-Torres was thrown out trying to steal third back in the second inning to retire the side. All right, here we go. Hoping for a quick, quiet third inning here. Xander Hall, the catcher, will step back in. Again, 0 for 1 in the night, grounded out to third in the first inning. Swing and a miss, strike one. Hitting the air to center field and coming on and making the catch out in center field is Jack Nelson. Center field been a popular place tonight. One up, one down. That'll bring up Connor Morris, the first baseman. Morris 0 for 1, tapped out to Connor to start the second inning. And what looked like it was going to be a nice quiet inning then, but turned into a 4-run Hippo uprising. And takes the first pitch to the knees, called strike one. Oh, 1 pitch. Good pitch, strike two. Oh, 2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. Connor with the strikeout, his first one of the night. Comes at a good time with 2 outs and the bases empty. That'll bring up the DH, Aiden Alvarez. Alvarez crashed out the infield single. Came around to score the first of the 4 runs last inning. Takes that pitch in the inside corner, strike one. Connor has found the zone. 0-1 pitch. Poked foul, and Connor's quickly ahead in the count, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Grounder knocked down by Connor. He's got it. And he will toss it over to first, and that's just what the Vipers needed right there. A quick, quiet 1, 2, 3 inning with nothing across. Now let's get the bats working here as we go to the bottom top of the 4th inning, trailing it by 1. And it will be 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up here for the Vipers. Shattuck, Baker, Thomas, and hopefully Nelson Lilly. Then back to the top of the order will go. That was an 8-pitch inning for M.D. Connor. All of them strikes. That's what you like to see right there. Thompson, Geitzik, Velasco, the outfield left to right. Pollard, Torres, Bame, Fletcher, Morris, the infield third to first. Xander Hall behind the plate. And Jalen McGee working his 4th inning of work here for the Hippos. Has given up the 3 runs on just one VANDEGRIFT hit. Walked 3 batters. A key error helped out VANDEGRIFT in the second inning to their 3 runs. But he's not overpowering. He's only got 1 strikeout in the ball game. Let's see what VANDEGRIFT can do here as the bottom of the order gets their second look at the Hippo pitcher. Shattuck will step in to lead it off. 0 for 1, flew out to right on a nice play by their right fielder, Velasco, back in the second inning. Ground ball up the middle and going to be gobbled up by the shortstop Bain to throw to first in time. And the 6-3 put out, 1 away. 1 pitch, 1 out. And that will bring up Simon Baker. He reached on the critical error in that second inning. Came around to score the first Viper run. That ball ripped foul on the third base side, strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch. That ball hit hard to left field. Is it going to hang up? It is going to hang up. And the left fielder, Hunter Thompson, with a basket catch out there in left field. A hard hit, but Thompson was there, and there's 2 away. 2 up, 2 down for Landon Thomason. He walked and scored on Lily's triple. So 2 outs, Thompson will step in from the right side. That one just catches the inside corner, says the umpire, for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch. Slapped again to the shortstop. And he got one, gets away. I was just about to say they got it hit to somebody else because Bain has been solid, but he boots that one, and the Vipers have life here in the top of the 4th inning. That'll bring up Jack Nelson, who walked and scored. That'll be the 3rd Hippo error of the night. He shows bunt, pulls it back, and the pitch down low, ball 1. Shows bunt again, pulls it back, and the pitch just misses outside, and the count 2-0. Two balls, no strikes to Nelson. There goes the runner, and the bunt down, but foul. The count 2-1 to Nelson. Thompson will retreat to first. So Thompson checks back in at first base, takes his lead again. 2 balls and a strike to Nelson. Tossed over to first, runner back. Looked like a casual move, but a pretty good throw from McGee. Shows bunt, gets it down. It's a good looking bunt. McGee picks it up, throws a first in time. Maybe a little bit too hard, and the 1-3 on the bunt retires the side. So in the inning, no runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 runner left on base. We are halfway through this ball game, and it is still 4-3 in favor of the Hutto Hippos. And as always, at the halfway mark, we want to be sure to thank all of our sponsors who are making these broadcasts possible. Booster Club President Jennifer Farrell, Vice President Stephen Mueller, everybody with the Booster Club board and otherwise. Our Grand Slam sponsor, Shannon Kramer with Kramer Property Group. Our home run sponsor, Silverton Custom Homes with Mr. Jason Grimm and Jones & Spross. Our double play sponsors, Sport Clips Haircuts, Craig Smize with 1835 Realty, Ranch Road Vision Source, and the Cuevas Company. And our single play sponsors, Pediatric Dentistry of Steiner Ranch, Trent Reynolds Player Development, Steiner Dental, Pinnacle Sports Performance and Rehabilitation, Candalia Haley, Tomlin Family Orthodontics, Steiner Wellness and Nutrition, and South Star Bank, along with our Vype Network sponsor, Academy Sports and Outdoors. So here we go to the bottom of the fourth, bottom of the order to up here for the Hippos. Fletcher, Velasco, and Thompson. Swinging on the first pitch, and that's going to be a fair ball. Blooped out into shallow left field. And Fletcher leads it off for Hutto with a leadoff single. Westwood leading 1-0 over Vista Ridge, top of the sixth inning. Here's Velasco, flew out to right. Shows bunt, and bunts to it, strike one. Snap throw down to first, and a nice play there by Thomason. That throw a little low. Nice idea. 1-0 the count to Velasco. Check that 0-1 the count. They call that a strike. I thought so. No balls, one strike. Must do it for strike two. Top of the seventh now, 1-0 Vista Ridge and Round Rock. That game, I believe, is being played over at Vista Ridge. Just missed inside, ball one. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I think it's at Round Rock. I think I'm 1-2 pitch, up high, 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes to Velasco. Just missed down low, ball 3. So after quickly getting ahead of the count 0-2, Connor's falling behind now, and the count is full to Velasco. Nobody out, runner at first. There goes the runner off first, and that ball slapped right to the right side. A perfectly executed hit and run. We'll have runners at the corners, and now the throw almost sailed out in the third base. The throw back to first, runner back. So Fletcher off with the pitch. Second baseman moving to second to cover him, and the hit and run by Velasco drives it right where Clayton Moore used to be standing. And Hutto has runners at first and third, but nobody out, and Hunter Thompson will step in. Thompson 0 for 1, reached on an error and scored in the second inning. Infield in on the fringe at first and third. Fouled straight back, strike one. Showing bunt, pulls it back, pitch outside, ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike to Thompson. One pitch, curveball in there for a strike, 1-2. Fletcher at third, Velasco at first. One-two pitch from Connor. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is a big strikeout for out number 1. So 1 away, back to the top of the order will go. Runner still at the corners, but now a double play gets you out of it as Chris Geitzik steps in. 1 for 1 in the night, infield single and a run scored. Curveball, misses outside. Buchanan tried to frame it, pull it back in. The umpire wasn't biting it. One-0 pitch. Just missed outside, 2-0. Not missing by much. Two balls, no strikes. Swing and a miss. Pulled the string on that one, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Here goes the runner off first. They're going to throw down, and the runner's going to come home. Double clutch, and the snow is not in time. Couldn't get it out of his glove. They had the play that they wanted. And the double steal works for Hutto. 5-3. Now 3-1 to Geitzik, with Velasco at second base, swinging a miss, strike 2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Connor with this back-to-back strikeouts. So 2 outs now, runner at second base. And that'll bring up Aiden Pollard Torres, who was 2 for 2 on the night. These Vipers can come back from 2 runs down. Don't want to get any further behind, though. Swung on, foul tip, strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch. Misses down low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Brentwood Christian 3-0 over Regents, top of the 5th inning. Pflugerville expands their lead over to Manor, 8-0 in the top of the 6th. 1-1 pitch. Poke fouled on the first base side, strike 2. Connor 1 strike away from striking out the side. One-two pitch. Did not miss by much, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Velasco still standing at second base. Connor wants a different baseball. Wants the baseball with a strike in it. That's what he wants. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch. Fouled. Straight back against the screen. The count remains 2-2. Two-two pitch. Poke foul again down the right field line. This will be pitch number 7 coming up in the battle here between Aiden Torres and MD Connor. 2-2 pitch again, lefty at the belt. Fouled back to the screen. Good battle here.
Keep it going, 2-3. Let's go.
2 balls, 2 strikes. From the stretch, the pitch. Just a little high, and the count goes full. Connor looks in, has a sign, the 3-2 pitch. Got him, swing and a miss, strike 3. So MD Connor struck out the side. That's the good news. The bad news is it came after a scratch single and a hit and run put runners at the corners. And then the double steal scratches across a run. We will go to the top half of the 5th inning, down now by 2 runs, 5-3. We'll take a break, reset the ball game. Vandergrift Vipers baseball on Vype Live.
Become a Vype insider today. Access breaking news in high school sports. Enjoy premium articles and exclusive coverage written by expert analysts, and watch exclusive videos, documentaries on programs in your area. It's only $2.99 a month if you subscribe for the monthly plan. If you go for the yearly plan, it rounds out to just $1.99 a month. It costs you only $24 a year to get all of your Vype news throughout the entire year. Subscribe today. What are you waiting for? It's less than a cup of coffee a month. Become a Vype insider. $2.99 a month, $23.99 for the whole year. Hey, it's Vype. We will see you at the games.
All right, welcome back to Hutto. 9, 1, and 2 hitters to up here for Vandergrift, but Hudson Lilly is not your typical number 9 hitter. He's got the big blow tonight, the bases clearing double in the 2nd inning. Wound up getting thrown out at 3rd, trying to stretch that into a triple. So he will step in to lead it off. It'll be Lilly, Moore, and Connor due up. Vipers have 9 outs to get 2 runs back. Unofficially, 60 pitches for Jalen McGee, 40 strikes, 20 balls. Walked 3, struck out 1. And here we go to the top of the 5th. Lilly shows bunt and gets a good one down the third base side. That ball is going to roll. And that's going to stay a fair ball. Now Lilly's got great speed. Aiden Torres certainly knows it. Did the smart thing, hoped that ball would roll foul, but it just died right on the fake chalk line. And Hudson Lilly is aboard with the bunt single. So, to the top of the order we go to Clayton Moore. Moore 0 for 1 with a walk in the ball game. He shows bunt, pulls it back, pitch inside, ball 1. Swinging away, and the pitch up high, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes to Clayton Moore. Shows bunt again. Snap throw down to first. Runner dives back to count 3-0. So Vipers need some base runners. Moore will probably take a pitch or 2 here. Liberty Hill leading Marble Falls 4-2 at the end of 6. Taken all the way, and that pitch drops in there for a strike, 3-1. Bastrop over Elgin, 11-3. Top of the 5th inning, out in Elgin. 3-1 pitch. That ball slapped in the center field. That's going to get in for a base hit. So the Viper bats coming alive, back-to-back singles. Puts the tying runs aboard with the meat of the order coming up. MD Connor stepping in. Lilly at second, Moore at first. MD Connor trying to help his own cause. 0 for 2 in the night, struck out looking, reached on a fielder's choice. He's going to try to put it down and gets it down in front of the plate. Well done. That'll move the runners. So MD Connor with a perfectly executed 1-3 sacrifice. The first out of the inning, but both runners now move up in the scoring position with Buchanan, Freeman, and Shattuck due up. And Coach Peter Schmidt can come out and talk to his pitcher, talk to his defense, how they want to play this here. Lilly at third, Moore at second, one away for Braden Buchanan. Coach Hickle and Coach Wolkind, a meeting of the minds there. So we'll see what the Vipers do here with Buchanan stepping in. 1 out, tying runs in scoring position. Pitch outside and away, ball 1. That ball slapped out in the left field for a base hit. That's going to score 1 for sure. They're going to wave the runner around from third. The throw coming in. Not in time, and the Vipers have tied it up. Braden Buchanan, the 2 RBI single to left field to score Lilly and Moore. We've got a brand new ball game. All right, Braden Buchanan with the single to left to score Lilly and Moore. 5-5, 1 out. Connor Freeman will step in. We got a courtesy run over at first base for Buchanan. We'll check that here in just a second. And the pitch down low, ball 1. I think that is Beckett Kramer. I'm going to cheat and look at Mr. Buchanan's game changer. That's in the first strike, 1-1. Yep, that's Kramer. So Kramer running at first. Sky high pop-up. And the hit was giving chase, but it lands on the roof of the batting cage. One ball, 2 strikes to Freeman. One-two pitch to Freeman. Down low, good block there by Hall. Now the run's going to try to advance, a throw down. And they get him. I think Kramer thought that ball had gotten away, but Xander Hall did a great job keeping it in front of him and recovers in time. So it'll go as a 2-6 caught stealing for 2 away. And the count 2-2 now to Freeman with 2 outs and the base is empty. That one tap foul. That ball slapped over to the shortstop. He's got it, and the throw to first in time, and a nice scoop there by the first baseman, Connor Morris. The 6-3 putout retires the side, but the Vipers get the 2 runs they needed to tie it back up. They get it on 1, 2, 3 hits. 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors, nobody left on base. We'll go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. A brand new ball game, all knotted up at 5 apiece. Four, 6. Get my pitch count updated here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Not many pitches there. All right. NB Connor will take the bump for the 5th inning. In a brand new ball game, and he'll face the 3, 4, and 5 hitters here for Hutto. Bame, Hall, and Morris due up. Looks like we might have some changes on defense. Let me take a look here. All right, I see a change out in looks like it is Tyler Hubbard now out in center field. And Jackson Lures, or no, that's still Jack Nelson out in right field, sorry. So Jack Nelson has moved out to right, that's what it is. Nelson moved from center to right. And swing and a miss, strike one to Garrett Bame as we lead off the bottom of the 5th inning. Bame with the blow. A 2 RBI single in the 2nd inning. Just misses up high, and the count evens up 1 ball, 1 strike. So Shattuck, Hubbard, Nelson now the outfield left to right. The infield remains the same. Hit in the air to right center field. Pretty well tagged. Going back, and it is caught. Nice job, Jack Nelson just moving over to right field. And that is out number 1. So 1 away for Xander Hall. Hall 0 for 2 on the night. He takes the first pitch up high, ball 1. That's in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike to Hall. 1 out, base is empty here in the Hippo 5th. Pitch up a little high, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Outside corner for a strike, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Up high, ball 3. Three balls, 2 strikes to Hall. Down low, ball 4. And that'll be a 1-out walk to the Hippo catcher. And with 1 out, 1 aboard, that'll bring up Connor Morris. Gonna get us a courtesy runner in here. So here's Connor Morris, 0 for 2 on the night. The pitch down low, ball 1. Outside corner, strike 1. Well, I was given some bad information earlier. They've gone, wait. Now I got conflicting information. One pitch. Up ball hit in the air to left field. And drifting over and making the catch is Gavin Shattuck to retire for out number 2. So 2 outs now for Aiden Alvarez. And pitching change. I'm going to get the scoring here. Bear with me. And Indy Khan is going to come out of the ball game. He pitched a heck of a ball game. And it'll be Dylan Mulcahy coming in to take over. Trying to get some scores confirmed, pardon me. It'll be 2 outs. Dylan Mulcahy will take over. MD Connor pitching 4 2/3 innings. So Mulcahy will take over, making his 8th appearance of the season, a misleading 1-3 record, 27 2/3 innings pitched, giving up 24 hits, 16 runs, 10 of those earned, struck out 31, walked 12, and an ERA of 2.53. So if what I am getting on text is correct, Vista Ridge has beat Round Rock 1-0, and Westwood has defeated Cedar Ridge 1-0. So Westwood now has a 2-game lead in the district with 2 games remaining. So they're guaranteed no worse than a share of first place. Round Rock and Cedar Ridge will remain tied. But the big news is for Viper fans is Vista Ridge beating Round Rock 1-0. That means that VANDEGRIFT has to come back and win this ball game. Remember, if we stay tied with Vista Ridge, they win. They got the tiebreaker. So tying the Rangers doesn't do us any good. And Vista Ridge is in the clubhouse with the win. All right. So let's take care of business. 2 outs for runner at first in the form of Xander Hall. Actually, it's his courtesy runner. See if I can find out who that is. And the pitch way outside, ball 1. Snapped over from Buchanan. Pretty close. Umpire took a good long look at it before calling him safe. Number 14 down there. 1 ball, no strikes. Up high, ball 2. That's Grayson Doggett running at first base. And 2 balls, no strikes to Aiden Alvarez. Pinks the outside corner for a strike, 2-1. Alvarez 1 for 2 with an infield single. This whole district is a mess except for Westwood. They are all alone in first place looking down at the pile. It's a demolition derby for the 4 teams fighting for the final 3 playoff spots. There goes the runner off first, swinging a miss, strike 2. Double clutch and the throw. Cut off by Moore to be a stolen base. So the go-ahead run in the form of Doggett standing on second base after the stolen base. But the count now 2-2 to Alvarez. He can't score if Alvarez can't hit it. So Mulcahy trying to get the strikeout here. And time is called. Two balls, 2 strikes to Alvarez. The pitch. Lifted foul, and the count remains 2-2. Looking ahead to the Vipers 6, it'll be 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up. Hoping to get there tied at 5. Two balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Buchanan hangs on to the foul tip, and Dylan Mulcahy comes in to get the strikeout to shut down the Hippos and retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Runner left on base after the walk. We played through 5. We will go to the 6th inning, still tied up at 5 apiece. Well, we said it in the pregame show. These Hippos jumped out to a 7-run lead against VANDEGRIFT last year at this ballpark. That game was on a Saturday afternoon after a couple of rainouts earlier in the year. They defeated Vista Ridge. They're not going to go quietly. That closes the books now on MD Connor, by the way. So the game will rest in the hands of Dylan Mulcahy. As we go to the top of the 6th inning, it'll be Shattuck, Baker, Thomas, and due up. Hopefully a few more. Connolly over Hendrickson 4-3 tonight in baseball. Ross all over Eastview 9-3. That's a final. Cedar Park was leading 9-1. I forget who they were playing when they had to shut the broadcast down out in Cedar Park because of the rain. Liberty Hill hanging on to defeat Marble Falls 4-2. All finals. As Shattuck steps in 0-2 tonight. The first pitch, down low, ball 1. Jalen McGee in his 6th inning of work. That ball, a line shot into the glove of the shortstop, Garrett Bain. Shattuck's hard hit, but right at him. One away for Simon Baker. Baker 0-2, reach on an error, scored in the 2nd. That ball line shot right at the second baseman. Levi Fletcher there. 2 hard hit line drives. 1 to the shortstop, 1 to the second baseman. Nothing to show for it, 2 away. So here's Landon Thomason, 0-1, reached on an error and walked and scored in the 2nd. First pitch to Thomason. Curveball bends in the first strike, strike 1. McGee up to about 80 pitches. He's got plenty of pitches on the odometer, depending on how many he's got left in his arm. 1-0 pitch. 2-0. Hasn't looked quite as crisp here in the later innings, but he's still getting the job done for the most part. Thank you, Lynn. The game's in the 5th inning, Cedar Park against Glen, when Cedar Park leading 9-1 when they had to shut the broadcast down. In Leander. Fouled out of play to the right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Thomason. One ball, 2 strikes to Thomason. That ball slapped to left field, and they're not going to get to this one. Finally, they hit it where somebody couldn't get it. And it's a 2-out single for Thomason. And that'll bring up a pinch hitter. This will be Jackson Lure stepping in for Jack Nelson. Lure's coming in with a .279 average, no home runs, 8 RBI. Double and a triple. He's walked 14 times, and a tie in that category now with Clayton Moore, who got one earlier tonight. So Lures will step in with 2 outs and a runner at first. Thomason, deceptive speed. He could go off first. Let me square up my camera here. There he goes. The throw down to the shortstop covering, and it is... Oh, they're going to say in time, the caught stealing. And the inning is over. And Coach McGee going to go out and talk to the home plate umpire. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Still knotted up 5 apiece. Tough way to end the inning. 3 very hard hit baseballs. All right, got to hold them here. For the Hippos in the bottom of the 6th inning, it'll be the bottom of their order, which has done some damage tonight. Fletcher, Velasco, and Thompson due up. Man, serious puppy dog nose. It is cool. It is windy. Temperature hovering at about 69 degrees, but it feels colder with that wind. And here we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Fletcher stepping in, 1-for-1 with a bloop single, a couple of runs scored. He also walked. Dylan Mulcahy on for his first full inning of work. Came in, got a strikeout to retire the side in the 5th, and he's ahead of the count 0-1 to Fletcher. Bastrop leading Elgin 13-6 in the 6th inning, and Elgin. That ball left side off the glove of Lilly. Baker's got it. The throw to first, and it is not going to be in time. So once again, Velasco is aboard. We'll see what they rule this one. Check that. That's Fletcher that's aboard. Velasco stepping in. Probably going to be ruled an error on Lilly. So here's Velasco, 1-for-2 on the night. Shows bunt, pulls it back, strike one. Buchanan, the snap throw down, and it just not quite in time. Was indeed ruled an error. Braden Buchanan has to be leading the district in picked off runners. Throws bunt again, bunts it up in the air, foul up against the screen. The count quickly 0-2 to Velasco. Oh, and 2 to Velasco. Good waste pitch outside, 1-2. Same two teams on Friday night. Over at Benham Field. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Way outside, ball 2, off the screen. Buchanan will track it down, but no chance to make a throw. And the count now 2-2 to Velasco. So the go-ahead run in scoring position with nobody out. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Velasco. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Mulcahy, his second strikeout of the night, 1 away for Hunter Thompson. Thompson 0 for 2, reached an error and scored in the 2nd inning. Vandegrifft with 3 in the 2nd, Hutto with 4 in the bottom of the 2nd. Hippos tacked on another one in the 4th. The Vipers tied it up in the top of the 6th with 2. And that's where we stand here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And the pitch up high, ball 1 to Thompson with 1 out and the go-ahead runner at second base. Good pitch there for a strike, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike to the Hippo left fielder. The pitch. Up high, ball 2. 2-1 pitch. Poked in the air right side. And out of play in the count now 2-2. A lot of room in foul territory here at Hutto Memorial Ballpark. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Okay, looking for strikeout number 3. Foul straight back, right at us. The count remains 2-2. Oh, they call the balk apparently. What in the world? They call the balk apparently because Fletcher tried it down to third base. That's a late balk. That ball was already fouled back to the screen. Well, it looks like the call is going to stand, so Fletcher is standing on third base. Didn't affect the count at all. It was already 2-2. But now the go-ahead run 90 feet away. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Thompson. 2-1 the count. 2 balls, 1 strike. It's got to be 2-2. It's 2-2. Yes, it is. It's 2-2. 2-2. I know. There's another foul ball in there.
The balk was a ball. The balk was a ball. That was ball 3. It's 2-2.
Wow. Umpire has missed the call on the count. It should be 2-2. They're saying it's 2-1. And that's going to be a line shot into right center field for a base hit. That's going to score the run. RBI single for Thompson to score Fletcher. And it's 6-5 Hutto. So a goofy balk and a miscount. And it's 6-5 Hutto. Back to the top of the order we go to Chris Geitzik. Swung on, lifted down the third base side, drifting into foul territory, and just past the reach of Hudson Lilly for strike 1. Oh, and 1 to Geitzik. That's been a strike all night. Wasn't that time. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 run in. Thompson at first base. There goes the runner off first. Check the swing for strike 2, and the throw down not going to be in time. And the count now 1-2 to Geitzik. One-two pitch. That one tapped off his foot for a foul, and the count remains 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pivot to throw, not in time. Runner dives back. Looking ahead to the Viper 7th, it'll be 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Going to need at least one to extend the ball game. 1-2 pitch. Up high, ball 2. But not out of the woods yet. He's supposed to have another runner at second base with just 1 out. Two-two pitch. Up high, ball 3. Three balls, 2 strikes to Geitzik. Line shot into the glove. They're going to tag him for the double play. Beautiful job by Simon Baker. Tracking to his left, hauls it in, not at all distracted by the runner. Tags Thompson on the way by for the 6th unassisted double play to get the Vipers out of the inning. Nice play, Simon Baker. And we will go to the top half of the 7th inning, needing 1 to tie and 2 to take the lead. Well done, Simon Baker. All right, so we go to the bottom of the 7th, needing 1 to tie it up here. Hutto with 1 run on the 1 hit, 1 error. Nobody left on base. So here we go, Jackson Lures. Came out of the pinch hitter last inning for Nelson. It was up at the plate when Landon Thompson was thrown out, caught stealing. So fresh at bat here for Lures. Lures followed by Lilly, then the top of the order will go. Pitch misses outside, ball 1. Very unofficially, 83 pitches coming into this inning for Jalen McGee. Takes that pitch for a strike. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jackson Lures. Dripping Springs has defeated San Antonio Memorial 9-2. Pitch down, low, ball 2. Brentwood Christian up 7-0 on Regents heading to the 7th. The Brentwood Christian pitcher with 17 strikeouts through 6 innings. Wow. 2-1 to Lures. That ball ripped again. A hard hit line drive right into the glove of the first baseman, Connor Morris, 1 away. That's the 3rd line drive in the last 4 batters hit right at a defender. 1 out for Hudson Lilly. Pitch outside, ball 1. Lilly a good night, 2 for 2 with a bases clearing double in the 2nd inning. Misses outside, 2-0. Got to get him on board. 2 balls, no strikes. Chopper up the middle. Will it get through? Gobbled up by the shortstop. The sidearm throw to first in time. 6-3 put out, and the Vipers are down to the final out. Garrett Boehm has been solid all night long. And Vandegrift is down to the final out. Clayton Moore will step in. Pitch inside corner for a strike. Strike one. MD Connor on deck if Moore can keep it alive. Oh, one pitch. Up high, ball one. One ball, one strike to Moore. One pitch. Shows bunt, gets it down to third base side, but it's going to roll foul for strike two, and Vandegrift is down to their final strike of the night. One ball, two strikes to Clayton Moore. The pitch. Poked foul on the first base side, and the count remains 1-2. The pitch from McGee, the 1-2 pitch. Whoo, just missed inside low, and the count evens up at 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. Line shot up the middle, and it's going to get through for a base hit, and the Vipers aren't done yet. Tying run aboard with two away. And that will bring up MD Connor. 0 for 2, reach on a fielder's choice, a perfectly executed sacrifice in the fifth inning. Tying run aboard for Connor. 4 doubles on the season, I'm just saying. There goes the runner off for first. The throw down, and it is in time. And the ball game is over. Six to 5, Hutto gets the win and puts a serious crimp in the Vipers' playoff plans. We'll take a break. Be back to wrap this one up. Disappointing night in Hutto. You're watching Vandegrift Vipers Baseball on Vype Live. Well, Coach Hickle gathering the troops out there beyond the first base line. We'll frame up that shot a little bit better here. 6 to 5, the final score. The Hutto Hippos with the big win. 6 runs on 8 hits, 2 errors for Hutto. They improve now to 7 and... Where's it at? There it is. They improved to 7 and 18 overall, 3 and 9 in the district. With a big upset win. They knocked off Vista Ridge on Thursday night, returned the favor and knock off the Vipers tonight. 5 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for Vandegrift. A lot of hard hit baseballs just hit right at the Hippo players who made the plays when they had to make the plays. Take nothing away from Hutto. A couple of shaky calls by the officials, a couple of shaky plays by the Vipers, but a couple of exceptional plays as well. And at the end of the night, it was just one of those games where Hutto had made one more play than Vandegrift did. 6-5 the final score. Vandegrift now dropping down to 14-12 overall, 6-6 in district play. Let's call up the standings. These are the standings again coming in tonight's game. This is what it looked like coming in tonight. We know that Westwood won. They are 10-2. They are going to be guaranteed no worse than a share of the district title with just 2 games remaining. They knocked off Cedar Ridge tonight, so Cedar Ridge drops to 8-4. The big blow, Vista Ridge upsetting, I don't even call it an upset, but knocking off Round Rock tonight 1-0. So Cedar Ridge and Round Rock are both 8-4. Vista Ridge is all alone now in 4th place at 7-5, and the Vipers are 1 game back at 6-6. But remember, we cannot afford to finish in a straight-up tie with Vista Ridge because they have the tiebreaker. So Vandegrift pretty much has to win the next 2 and hope that Vista Ridge drops the next 2. You can just take them one at a time, starting with Friday night's contest at home against the Hutto Hippos. So that's going to do it for us tonight. And again, thanks to Vandegrift Booster Club President Jennifer Farrell, Vice President Steve Mueller, all the sponsors for making these broadcasts possible. Let's bring them up here for you so you can see them on the screen. Our Grand Slam sponsor, Shannon Kramer with Kramer Property Group. Our home run sponsors, Silverton Custom Homes with Mr. Jason Grimm and Jones and Spross, along with our double play sponsors, Sport Clips Haircuts, Craig Smize with 1835 Realty, Ranch Road Vision Source, and the E.D. Quabos Company. Our single play sponsors, Pediatric Dentistry of Steiner Ranch, Trip Minerals Player Development, Steiner Dental, Pinnacle Sports Performance and Rehabilitation, Candalia Haley, Tomlin Family Orthodontics, Steiner Wellness and Nutrition, and Sostar Bank, along with our Vype Network sponsor. That would be Academy Sports and Outdoors. Well, I hate to leave, but it's not going to make a difference, so that's going to do it for us tonight. We'll be back with you Friday night from Benham Field as the Vipers try to even up the series and keep their playoff hopes alive against these same Hutto Hippos. Pre-game will begin at roughly 7:20 after the conclusion of the JV game. But for now, on behalf of our